Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Sharon and I'm a second year trainee clinical psychologist. I'm about to go into my third and final year, which is crazy to me, but this page is all about widening access to the profession, and in today's video we're going to be talking about how you can apply to the doctorate in clinical psychology if you are an international student. So today we're going to go through all of the different requirements, the funding and the application process, so make sure you watch through till the end so you get all of the information that you might need. I'll also leave some helpful resources in the information box down below, and please don't forget to like this video if you liked it so that I know that I should be putting out more content for international students. So the biggest question that I think international students have is around the funding. So the majority of places on the DCLIN site are funded by the NHS. This means that they pay for your course, so your education, your lectures and all of those things, and also pay you a salary at a band 6. You can go on the NHS jobs website to see how much that actually is. In order to qualify for this kind of funding from the NHS, you need to be part of the home fees status. There are various ways that you can qualify for home fees funding, but please make sure to read the fine print on the Clearinghouse website and on the university courses individual pages, because I haven't personally gone through this process myself, so just make sure you're reading everything. But in order to qualify for home fees status, you must fall into one of these categories. So you are settled in the UK as a UK national or a Republic of Ireland national, or you have indefinite leave to remain. You are a UK national. You are a EU national with settled status or pre-settled status under the EU settlement scheme. The UK government has recognised you as a refugee or granted you humanitarian protection or granted you stateless leave. Or if you have lived in the UK for half of your life or for 20 years. If you don't fit into those categories, then you would be applying for a self-funded place. Now when we mean self-funded, this means that you're going to have to pay for the course itself, so the university fees, and also you will not receive funding to kind of live every day, so you won't get a salary, so you'll be working on placement essentially for free. Now not every course does self-funded places, so make sure that you check the Leeds Clearinghouse for the most up-to-date information. But when I last checked, the courses that allow self-funded places are the following: University of Birmingham, University of East Anglia, University of Exeter, University of Hertfordshire, King's, University of Manchester and the University College London. When I was doing my research, if you are doing a self-funded place, it will cost you around £32,000 per year. Bear in mind that this is a 3-year course, so in total you're going to be looking at around £60,000 for the training, and just because you self-fund doesn't mean that you automatically get a place as well, so that's something that we'll come on to later. When you're applying, you need to be able to show how you will fund this if you are doing a self-funded place, so whether this be through kind of your own money, family and friends, a scholarship, or something that maybe your employer is paying for, or maybe even a loan. You need to be able to prove that at the point of application. Of course you're paying for the university tuition fees, but you'll also have to pay to live, so I'm talking food, accommodation, travel, all of those things just to get you by, so bear that in mind as well if you are looking at a self-funded place. Now I mentioned scholarships earlier, and there are a few different avenues which you can go down in order to see whether you could get a scholarship. So one route might be through your government's research council. So this might be because they want to have more researchers in the country but maybe don't have the infrastructure to train them up, and so maybe they'll fund you to train in the UK in the hopes that you'll return back to that country and support the growth of research and clinical work there. There are also charitable organisations which fund students from a particular country or group of countries in order to train academically, one of them being the Commonwealth Scholarship, and so you can have a Google and see whether there are any charitable organisations which might fund the doctorate. And there are also UK-based scholarship funds which aim to support international students to study in the UK as well. So this is all a matter of research. Again, I don't know too much and I'm pretty sure these funds change every year. You'll also have to check whether the course itself will accept this method of payment. Another thing people are really curious about when applying to the doctorate as an international student is just the requirements in general. I'm half Filipino, so say for example I studied my undergraduate degree in the Philippines, I would have to check that my undergraduate degree in psychology was either BPS accredited or could be accredited by the BPS. So in order to apply for the doctorate, you don't need to have a master's degree. All you need to have is an undergraduate degree in psychology. Now this degree needs to allow you to have graduate basis for chartered membership to the BPS. Now this basically means that the BPS, the British Psychological Society, has given your course accreditation. Now in the UK, so long as you're doing BSc in psychology, then your course should be accredited. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't. Now, abroad, your course probably isn't, and so the best way to go around this is to contact the BPS to check if they can give your course accreditation based on transcripts that you provide them with. In order to get accreditation, your course just needs to meet specific modules that would be seen in a BPS accredited course in the UK. So say, for example, I did my undergraduate psychology degree in the Philippines. I would have to contact the BPS via the link down below in the information box and ask them to assess whether my course could be accredited by them. Once they've confirmed that, I'm going to keep hold of this piece of paperwork that they're hopefully going to give me, and then keep that for when I want to apply to the doctorate. And with being an international student, they want to check that you have a good level of English, so in terms of your understanding and verbal and written expression. So some courses will say that it's okay for you to have 1 year of experience having education in English. So this might be you doing your undergraduate degree in a university that mainly uses English as the language to teach in. However, for many of the courses, I know that they require you to take a standardised English language test, and some are done specifically through the university, and some will ask for you to get this done through an external provider. But again, it's best that you contact the course directly and double check. Finally, on top of all of these kind of academic requirements, you obviously need to have a visa. With the doctorate, you're not only studying, you're also going to be working while on placement, and because of that, you need to have a visa which allows you to work without any restrictions. So a student visa will not suffice, you need a right to work in the UK visa. As I said at the beginning, you'll still have to go through the normal application process for the doctorate, just because your self-funding doesn't give you a place automatically. And so in order to have the best experience for the process of going through the DClin Psy, you also need to have some clinical work experience, or work experience that will relate to the doctorate. So things like being a research assistant or care assistant, support worker, anything like that will be really beneficial. Again, I've got loads of videos on my channel about relevant experience for the DClin Psy. And apart from kind of the additional requirements and the limited amount of courses that you can apply to, the process from there going forward is exactly the same as someone who is going to be doing a NHS funded place. So you'll be still doing the same application and the same interview process. I will be coming out with a new series going through kind of my updated tips for the application process, but the main resource that you will need for that will be through the Leeds Clearinghouse website. It has all of the information for all of the courses on there, and another really good resource for the application process is the alternative handbook, which the BPS comes out with every single year, so make sure you have a look on their website for that. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And if you have any requests for any other videos, please leave them down below. Give this video a like and subscribe for more content like this. And until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye.
Feeling good today.